Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Gaming, and I just wanted to record a quick little thing before heading to work because we got this news early this morning. Hopefully this uploads pretty quick about the modified rules for Digifest. So, for those of you who don't know, in North America, Digifest Texas and Digifest Florida, happening, I believe. The Florida one is happening in Miami. I know that because I'm going, the whole team's going. It's going to be a great time. And then the one in Texas as well, I believe, around the same time at the end of March, is going to have modified rules for the main event. And they put up the modified rules on the website, on Bandai's website today, and I just wanted to go over them because it's kind of hype. It's a little nerve-wracking because it's very different. It's going to lead to a lot of different, unique things. It's going to, I think, make North American format a lot different than JP's, like wildly different. So let's just real quick go over it. It's mainly two things. So right here, modified gameplay rules will be tested for the main event as follows. For store events, please confirm with the store. So this means regular stores will have the option to also use these rule sets. I don't know how long they're going to entertain this idea, if it's going to become permanent, if it's just going to be a test and then rolled back and then rolled back out, who knows. I will say for GFG events, BT7, until further notice, we're going to be using these rules. We're going to be testing it. That's our biggest goal at the GFG Discord and community, is to just make a better Digimon community. Make us more competitive, more unique, more creative, and a little bit cutthroat. So we're going to play these competitive rule sets. First up is Mulligan. So under Mulligan it says, after players have placed their security and drawn their starting hand, they may review their hand and decide to mulligan. In order to mulligan, you're going to take your entire hand and put it at the bottom of your deck, and then without shuffling, changing security, or doing anything else, you will draw 5 from the top of your deck, and that is it. So I think in terms of Digimon, this is probably the most fair way to do a mulligan. It's not partial, it's all or nothing. So you have to ditch your entire hand, and it's going to the bottom of the deck, which means in Digimon, with no deck shuffle effects, you probably won't see that again, unless you're playing an insane deck that filters a ton. So that's the mulligan rules. That alone is huge. It makes combo decks so much better. No more crying about not starting rookies, unless your top 10 cards don't have a rookie, in which case, build your deck better. I don't know. roll the dice better. And that's big. I mean, mulligans. Personally, I'm not for or against either of these. I don't think the game needs either of these, but I will play whatever Bandai tells me to play. They could add a fusion deck. I don't care. I love this game. So that's the mulligan. Take your 5 cards, throw it at the bottom, draw 5 new ones, done. Side decks. This is a bigger one. I think this is insane. Players will be permitted to bring their main deck of 50 cards and a side deck of up to 10 cards. So 0 to 10 card side deck. Side deck may include main deck cards or Digi-Egg cards, so you can change your eggs as well. The limit on copies remain the same, which means, it's still 4 total between the 60 cards main and side and Digi-Egg, so I guess 65 cards. Anything that would change those rules remain changed, so like Eosmon, you could still have more than 50, or up to 50, I'm sorry, is that what Eosmon says? So you can't run 65 Eosmon. And, yeah, the contents of the side deck are considered secret and should not be shown to the opponent. That's a given. Both players count their side decks in view of their opponent to confirm how many cards are at the start of each match. Your side deck may be returned to a deck box for safekeeping, which must be in view of the player, so you can't, my side deck, put it in your pocket and then bring out a new one. It's to prevent cheating. It's pretty common sense. Your side deck has to be shown at the beginning of the game, how many cards are in it. Between games, you have to show that it has the same amount of cards, and it has to be somewhere where it's not being tampered with. At the end of each match, you could choose to swap cards into their deck from their side deck. The same number of cards must be swapped between each deck. So you cannot add cards without taking them out. Your deck must remain 50 cards. That is different in some games, so please note that. And then it's saying 3 minutes to side deck. So that's pretty standard. Don't take forever to side deck. Don't run the clock with this. That could be a potential thing. So keep an eye on that. Players may be penalized if a judge determines they are wasting time between matches. Again, just side deck. Don't take too long. Before the start of each game, if a player has a side deck, they should present it to their opponent face down. Number of cards is public information, but a player is not required to reveal how many were swapped between decks. So in a lot of other games, this is called smoke screening. I think it's going to happen a lot in Digimon too, where you shuffle your entire side deck into your deck, and then you take out that many cards. That's what your opponent doesn't even know if you have sided any cards in or out, because you can just shuffle in side deck, take out the exact side deck. Now your opponent's just, what's going on? What did he do? What did they do? Players are not permitted to look at their side deck between or during a game. Not between games, of course, you can because you're side decking. But during games, you cannot look at your side deck. This is huge. Not huge, but people who play competitive games, you can't check your side deck to remember, so you gotta make a note of it. You gotta know what you sided in and out. At the end of each match, players must return their decks and side decks to their original state, so you can't start round 2 with side cards in. You gotta go back to your original main deck. And if a player receives a game loss prior to the start of the first game, you cannot side deck. So that's pretty big too. Say you're 5 minutes late, you get a game 1 loss, you cannot side deck for game 2. You have to start clean and then side deck for game 3 if there is one. So these are going to be implemented for the main event in Digifest. I know at my locals, starting with BT7, we're going to be implementing these to practice for Digifest. I know at GFG Discord, for everyone there online here who watches, who plays in our Discord events, we're going to be implementing these for the BT7 format. We want to get the best practice we can, the most practice we can. We want to help each other grow. Let me know what you guys think about these rules. These really shake up the game. These are huge. These are big changes. It's exciting. Whether you're for it or against it, it is exciting. These are exciting times. I'm excited. I want to see how this shapes our meta, what North America comes up with, and it's going to be fun. I'll see you guys in Miami. Hit me up if you're going. Come hang out, play some cards. I love you guys. Bye.